to how I start a lot of my classes. Just come to stand at the top of your mat and give the shoulders a nice big roll over. Take a nice deep breath in, maybe give the neck a little bit of a roll out. Might feel quite good. Maybe closing down the eyes if that feels comfortable. And from here, focus on your posture. So we want to tuck the tailbone under slightly. So activate all those muscles through the glutes and hips. And we'll draw the belly in and up slightly. So just keep that engagement through the belly, through the core, throughout the whole entire class. So you're feeling that little tuck of the tailbone. Pelvic floor really lifts as well. Taking 1 or 2 more breaths here. You don't want to be constricting your core so tightly that you can't breathe and you don't have any movement to allow you to breathe a little more freely. You want to keep that breath going all the way down, opening up through the lungs all the way into the belly. So you want your shoulders to be lifting as you breathe in. Keep it as the belly expands, but keep that little bit of activity through the core. And then feel all the little layers of the feet plant down into the floor. So all the areas of your foot. So just notice here if you're bringing your weight into the heel of your foot or into the ball of your foot. And try and bring the weight to evenly plant across all the areas of your feet. Take 1 more big deep breath here. And out. Inhale, arms to rise all the way up, and exhale, bring them down through heart center. Let's go 1 more here. Inhale, arms to rise, and exhale, bring them down through heart center. Let's take a little bit of a flow. Inhale, arms to rise all the way up again, and then exhale, swan diving it all the way forward, nice and gentle. Inhale, we take a halfway lift here. Hands might come to the shins, hold it here. Engage the muscles of your back, really pull those shoulder blades back, and exhale, release down to the mat. Plant the hands on the floor, stepping our right foot back. Lower that right knee down towards the floor and lift up into our low lunge. From here, push the top of that right foot into the floor. Keep activity through the legs here, not just hanging out here. Bring the shoulders down the back. So little fingers come in towards center, shoulders come down the back. So really engage the muscles in your back here. 1 more breath. And exhale, hands release down to the mat. Beautiful. From here, option to tuck the back toes, lift up into a low lunge, step it back to a high plank. Lower down to the knees, or you can just step straight to this all four position. Inhale, lifting all the way up, and exhale, rounding through. Inhale, and exhale. Let's take a couple more here. Inhale, and exhale. In, and out. Beautiful. Back to a neutral spine here. Tuck the toes under and pushing back up to our down dog. So if at any stage throughout the class today the flow doesn't feel like it works for you, that cat-cow is always an option for you. So our flow is going to be a high to low plank, which I'll demonstrate on the next round. Beautiful. Take it for a little bit of a walk out through your heels here. Bend one knee, push the opposite heel down. Maybe a little twist through the hips. Get an opening through the hips here as well. 1 more breath. Beautiful. Inhale, lift up to tiptoes. Bring that right knee forward to the chest. Step it through to the thumb. Beautiful. We lower the left knee down towards the floor and inhale, lift up. So we're on the opposite side here now. Really push that left foot down into the floor. Taking 1 or 2 more breaths here. And exhale, hands release down to the floor. Tuck the toes under and we'll step it forward this time. Inhale, takes us to a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Well, inhale, we lift all the way up. Arms come up overhead. As you reach up overhead, grab the right wrist in the left hand. So the left hand grabs the right wrist. We're going to lean over towards the left, getting a stretch to the right hand side of the body. Taking 1 more breath here. Inhale, lifting all the way up, and exhale, bring it to the other side. So change the grip of the hands, pull it over to the right hand side. Keep the belly drawn in here. Taking 1 more breath in. Inhale, we lift up to center. And then exhale, swan diving all the way forward. Take a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Plant the hands. We step back on the left leg this time. Left knee lowers down towards the floor. Push the top of that left foot into the mat. Inhale, lift up to that low lunge. Beautiful. We take 2 or 3 breaths here. And exhale, hands release down to the mat. Tuck the toes if that's there for you. We'll step it back to a high plank or to all fours. Option to lower down to the knees for this second round as well. Option to take the cat-cow that we did in the last round. Or if you want a little bit more, follow me here. Knees are down on the floor, we roll the body forward. Exhale, lower all the way to the mat. So going through some progressive options here. Inhale to a little cobra position, so shoulders just peel up and back. Exhale to lower. Let's take 1 more here. Inhale, shoulders peel up and back. I'm using the strength in my back and shoulders to peel myself up. And exhale to lower down. Tuck the toes under and we push back up to our down dog. So use the core here to help lift the hips. Take it for a little walk here if that feels good. Beautiful. 1 more breath in here. Beautiful. From here, we lift up to tiptoes. Bring that left knee in towards the chest, stepping it forward. Drop that back knee down and inhale, we lift up into that low lunge again. We take a breath or 2 here. And exhale, hands release down to the mat. Tuck the toes and we'll step it forward. Take the halfway lift and exhale to fold. Inhale, lifts us all the way up to stand, hands to heart. Beautiful. Inhale, arms to rise. This time grasping right wrist in left hand again. Exhale, bring it over to the left, side bend. Use the core here. Inhale, lift up and exhale, bring it over to the other side. So change the grip of the hands. Right hand grabs right wrist. Bring it over to the right. Inhale. And from here we exhale. Hands come down to the hips. Elbows draw back. This may be enough for you. If you want a little bit more, inhale, lift up through the chest. And then exhale. Slowly start to drop the shoulders back down behind. Getting a little back bend here. Taking 1 or 2 more breaths here. Inhale, coming all the way back up. Arms lift up and exhale to fold. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Plant the hands. This time we step back on our right foot. Beautiful. Lower that right knee down. Inhale, lifts us back up. And exhale, hands release. Tuck the toes. Step it back. High plank. Take one of your previous options if you like. Otherwise, the full version. Roll the body forward. Keep the hips and knees lifted. Exhale to low plank. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And once again, if this is too much for you, feel free to take the previous versions. Exhale, come back up to down dog. Beautiful, taking 1 or 2 more breaths here. This time, inhale, lift up to tiptoes. Bring that right knee in towards the chest. Roll the body forward, keep the hips lifted, step the right foot through. Inhale, we lift up, crescent lunge. Beautiful, taking 2 breaths here. You can have your back knee down on the floor if that works better for you. 1 more breath here. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. Inhale to step forward. And fold. Inhale, lifting all the way up, hands to heart. Time, inhale, arms to rise. Exhale to fold. Inhale takes us to that halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Plant the hands, step back on the left leg. Left knee lowers down. Inhale, lift. And exhale, hands release down. Tuck the back toes, step it back to high plank. Take your option here. Knees on the floor or keep them lifted with me. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, back through to down dog. Beautiful, taking a couple of deep breaths here. Awesome, inhale, lift up to tiptoes, left knee to chest, step it forward. Beautiful, once you arrive, inhale, lift up, crescent lunge, working strongly through those legs here. Keep a little bend in that back knee. Beautiful. 1 more breath here. And exhale, hands release down to the mat. Step it forward, take that halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, lifts us all the way up, hands to heart. Inhale, arms to rise. And exhale to fold. Inhale takes us to a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Plant the hands. Step back, right foot. Beautiful. From here, we're going to step back on the left foot as well. Straight to that high plank. Bring the knees down to the floor if you need. Inhale, roll it forward. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, back through to down dog. Beautiful, really bring the body into an upside down V shape here. Awesome, from here we're going to lift up our right leg to the sky. 3-legged dog. Hold it here, really engage those muscles under your butt, in your hamstring. And this time, exhale, bring that right knee forward, bring it to the elbow. Inhale, lift us back up. 1 more, exhale, bring it to the outside, to the elbow. And bring it through, step it through as lightly as you can. Inhale, we lift up. Beautiful, taking 1 or 2 more breaths here. And exhale, open out, warrior 2. We're going to be spending a bit of time here this morning, so let's have a quick look at this. So front knee is directly over the ankle. My back toes are pointed to the diagonal, so they're not straight out to the side, they're pointed to the diagonal. And I've got my weight pushing down to the outside edge of that foot, so I'm working a bit of strength through the ankle as well. Both of my glutes are engaged here. So not just that front working leg, I'm keeping that engagement through my back leg as well. So all the muscles in my leg are pulling up. Beautiful, we'll flip that front palm. Then the back palm, let the shoulders relax down the back. Work a little bit of strength through the shoulders. From here, let's flip the palms back over. And then flip them back around. Lift that front hand, reverse your warrior. Keep your balance here. Taking 1 or 2 more breaths here. And exhale, windmill all the way around to the mat. Beautiful. From here, lift that back heel up and we'll come into a twist. So open that right hand to the ceiling. One more breath here. And exhale, release it down to the mat. Step it forward. Take a halfway lift and fold. Inhale, lifts us all the way up. So if you do have any blood pressure issues, you can come to all fours or something like that instead of coming all the way up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, takes us to a halfway lift. Exhale to fold, plant the hands. We step back, left leg, followed by the right, high plank. Hold it here. Inhale, roll the body forward. Exhale to low plank. Inhale, up dog or cobra. My knees are off the floor here, working the core strongly. Exhale, back through to down dog. So if you're coming all the way into your up dog, really important that you engage through your belly. Keep that core nice and active to prevent any back issues. Inhale, lift that left leg high to the sky. Keep the hips level here. Exhale, knee to nose. So engage the core here. Inhale, lift it back up. Should I say knee to elbow? Exhale, knee to that left elbow. Work the core. Inhale, lift it back up. Exhale, bring the knee to the nose this time. Step it forward. Strong core work here. Inhale, we lift up, crescent lunge. Beautiful. Taking another breath or two here. And exhale, open it out. My front knee stays where it is. My back heel drops down towards the floor, towards the back corner. Keep the arms nice and long here. Beautiful. Let's flip those palms. Open through the shoulders, then bring them back around. Beautiful. Flip those palms again. Palms face up, and then lift that front hand up and over your head. Reverse the warrior. And exhale, windmill all the way around to the mat. From here, lift that back heel up. Plant the right hand. Inhale, lift the left hand up into that twist. Beautiful. And exhale, release it all the way down. Hands plant. Step it forward. Take a halfway lift. Exhale. Inhale, lift us all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Take a breath here. We're going to build on this time. Inhale, arms to rise. Exhale, to fold. Inhale, takes us to a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Plant the hands. Step the right foot back, followed by the left. Take your high to low plank. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Use the knees there if you need. Exhale, back through to down dog. Tilt the hips high to the sky here. And then inhale, we lift our right leg high. Three-legged. Exhale, bring the knee to the elbow, all the way out wide. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, bring the knee to the elbow again. Inhale to lift it up. Exhale, knee to nose, step it through. Inhale, lift up, crescent lunge, strong through the legs. Exhale, open out, warrior two. Really engage, keep the hips nice and level here. So we don't want that back hip winging out. Keep it underneath your spine here. Flip the palm, reverse your warrior. Exhale, come back to center. Working into our side angle pose. So reach that front hand all the way forward. Hips stay where they are. Drop that bottom hand down. Elbow might come to the knee or to the thigh, or alternatively, you can release it all the way down towards the floor. Work your core here. Take one or two more breaths here. So my right forearm is pushing my knee out towards my little toe. So my hips are nice and open here. Inhale, rise, flip and reverse. Straighten through that front leg. Come back to center. Keep that straight front leg. Reach it forward. Bring it into a trikonasana or triangle pose. Who knew that yoga was a trigonometry class? Hold it here. So once again, my right hand is pressing against my shin, but my core is what's supporting me here. Inhale, lift it all the way up, flip reverse. As you bend that front knee, windmill the hands all the way around. Lift it into that twist. Beautiful. One more breath in here. Exhale, hands release down to the mat. Stepping it forward, take a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, we rise. Hands to heart. Let's go another round on the other side. Inhale, arms to rise. Exhale to fold. Inhale takes us to a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Plant the hands. Step it back. High to low. Use your knees here if you need. Remember, inhale, up dog or cobra. Take your pick. Exhale, back through to down dog. Working the core nice and strongly here. Heels drop down and your down dog belly engages. Inhale, we lift up, right, left leg here. Exhale, knee to elbow. Engage the core here. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, knee to elbow. Switch on that core. You'll need it later. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, knee to nose. Step it through. Inhale, lift up. Nice deep breath here. And open it out, warrior two. Flip those palms. Bring it around. Flip them again, keep the belly drawn in. Inhale, we reverse. Exhale, come back to center. Reach forward from the hips. Exhale to side angle. So that same core work we did before, think of that here. Taking one or two more breaths here. Inhale, lift, flip, reverse. Straighten that front leg. Come back to center. Reach to side angle. Or to trikonasana, sorry. Triangle pose. Front leg is fairly straight. You're going to stretch through the hamstrings. The hips might start to pivot slightly towards the front here to give you a bit more space. Inhale, let's rise, flip reverse, bend through that front knee. Windmill all the way around to the mat. Lift that back heel, open to that twist. Exhale, hands release down to the mat. Step it forward, take your halfway lift and fold. Inhale, rising all the way up, hands to heart. So from here, we're going to do one more round on each side. We're going to add in a little balance here as well. Inhale, arms to rise. Exhale to fold. Inhale takes us to a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Plant the hands, stepping back, high to low. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Inhale, lift up right leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale to lift. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale to lift. Exhale, knee to nose. Step it through. Inhale, lifts us back up. Crescent lunge. Exhale, open out. Warrior two. Flip. and bring it back around. Inhale, flip the palms. Exhale, let the shoulders sink. Inhale, let's flip, reverse that warrior. Exhale, come back to center, reach forward to side angle. Working strongly through those legs and glutes. Inhale, rise, flip, reverse, straighten the front leg. Exhale, come back to center, reach. Adjust the hips if you need. That left hip might pivot slightly forward. Trikonasana. One more breath in here. Engage your core here. Here's where our balance comes in. We're slowly going to start and bring the weight into that front foot. Take a little hop if you like. And we're going to come into a half moon pose. So lift that back leg all the way up. If you want, you can have your right hand on a block or your water bottle or something like that, or you can just reach for the floor if that works. Lift that back leg as high as you can. Engage the core here, engage everything. Taking 2 more breaths here. Beautiful. Inhale, slowly lift it all the way back. Reverse our warrior and windmill all the way around to the mat. Straight into that twist. Open it out and release. Drop that back knee down towards the floor here. We'll take a little hip opener here. So walk that foot, right foot, sorry, out to the edge of your mat. Toes point out on the diagonal. Sink the hips down. And maybe use the hand to push that right knee out towards the right and open out. Taking a couple of breaths here. If you want a little bit more, there is an option here, which I think I did in one of the classes in the last couple of weeks. Reach the right hand around, grabbing for that left foot. Sink the hips back down and open it back out. This is your crazy option. Only take that if you're feeling fairly open. Keep some engagement through the belly here to support your lower back. Taking about 2 more breaths here. And slowly release, coming back around. Tuck the back toes under and step it forward. Take a halfway lift and fold. Inhale, lifting all the way up. Beautiful, hands to heart. Take a little swivel through the hips if that feels good. Let's go lucky last side. Inhale, arms to rise up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Plant the hands and we'll step back left leg. Then right, high to low. Inhale and exhale. Awesome. Taking a breath or 2 here. Inhale, let's lift that left leg high to the sky, 3-legged. Exhale, knee to elbow, use the core. Inhale to lift. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, lift us back up. Exhale, knee to nose, step it through. Inhale, we lift up, crescent lunge. Awesome, exhale, open out. Take your warrior 2 here. Flip the front palm, then the back. Let the shoulders release. Flip them back around. 1 more, open them out, flip reverse. Exhale, come back to center. Reach forward. Exhale to side angle. Beautiful, taking 1 or 2 more breaths here. Belly stays drawn in, 1 more breath. Inhale, let's rise, flip reverse. Use those muscles in the front leg, straighten that front leg. Back to center. Reach to side out to Trikonasana here. Beautiful. Take about 2 more breaths here. Feel those shoulders working. Inhale, let's rise, flip reverse, bend that front knee. Exhale, windmill all the way around to the mat. Lift the back heel, lift that left arm up to the twist. Beautiful. 1 more breath in here, and then exhale. Bring the hands back down, drop the back knee down, walk the left toes out to the side, sink the hips down. Option here to open out, and I realized I forgot our balance here on this side. Let's walk those hands back. We'll come back into our Trikonasana, and we'll add in that balance, and then we'll come back to that twist. Beautiful. From our Trikonasana here, let's walk the hands all the way forward. Better keep those glutes even. Take your hand to your block, to your water bottle, or to the floor, depending on what works for you this morning. Beautiful. Lift that back leg a little bit higher. Keep the core engaged, belly engages. 2. And 1 more. Slowly release it back down to the mat. And we come back around to that twist. Drop the back knee down and release. Walk the hands out towards the side here. Let's come to that hip opener now. Sink the hips back down. Push that left knee out towards the side. You have an option here if you want that crazy version. Lift that left hand up and around and reach for your right foot or toes, depending on how much space you've got. Open it out. One more breath, and slowly release here. Beautiful. Heel toe that foot, left foot in towards the center, tuck the back toes, step it forward. Take a halfway lift and fold. Inhale, lifting all the way up with control, hands to heart. Don't know about you, my glutes and core are feeling this. Inhale, arms to rise. Awesome. And exhale, coming all the way down to a forward fold. Inhale takes us to a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Plant the hands, come to a kneeling position. Take a little round of cat-cow here. And coming back to a neutral spine. And then from here, we're going to just walk the hands back, come to a seat on the heels. For our back bend today, we're going to come into a camel pose. Or Ustrasana. If you don't know where we're going, you can choose to take a little bit of, or watch through the first round. Otherwise, come straight in with me. We're going to lift up, coming to a high kneeling position here. From here, we're going to engage everything. Engage glutes, engage core, engage belly. Lift everything in and up. Inhale, let's lift up the hands. Exhale, bring them back around to the hips. Make sure your knees are nice and level here and you're feeling quite supported. If you feel like you need to, or if you want a little bit more support, or you feel this works better for you, you can tuck the toes under. From here, inhale, lift up through the chest, and then exhale, drop the shoulders back and down, coming into a little baby back bend here. Or maybe it might not feel like such a baby back bend. It might feel like a nice deep back bend. Beautiful. Inhale, let's lift all the way back up and come to sit down on our heels again. So that is option one. We're going to do 3 rounds here. So we're going to make these progressively a little more difficult as we continue through. So your option is to stay with that first version if that is enough for you. Inhale, let's lift up. We're going to keep our core engaged, keep our belly engaged with this whole movement. Tuck the toes under again if you would like. Inhale, let's lift up. Exhale, hands release down to the hips. Inhale, let's lift up through the chest. Exhale to drop it down. Maybe come a little bit further this time. If you've got the space, you may even choose to reach for the heels. Keep the hips forward, so don't let the hips drop back. One more breath in here. If you've got your hands down, reach back up for the hips. Reach up, working strongly through the thighs, and exhale, release to a seat. So that's our option 2. I'm going to come into one more round, and I'm going to give you an option to take either of those previous 2 versions. So take whichever one works best for your body. It's your practice. No one else is watching you. Inhale, let's lift up. Plant your knees, make sure you're stable. Toes tuck under if you would like. Inhale, let's lift up. Keep the core and glutes engaged. Hands come down behind to the hips. Tuck the tailbone under. Keep the hips forward. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, drop it back. Nice deep back bend here. Maybe reach for the feet. Taking 2 and 1. Maybe bring the hands back to the hips, bring it back up, working strongly through the thighs, and release. Beautiful. Let's take a minute or 2 here just to settle in this seated position. So we're not going to fold forward here. You're going to let the body just equilibrate in this position here. And when you're ready, slowly walk the hands all the way forward onto the mat. And release down and roll over to your back. Beautiful. Maybe take a hug of the knees in towards the chest. And then slowly draw the feet up towards the ceiling. If you need, you can have hands behind the thighs as a little bit of support. Otherwise, use a little bit of engagement through your core and through your legs to keep your legs in the air here. This is going to be our inversion today. I'm going to take about 4 or 5 breaths here. Wherever you are here, try and keep the belly down towards the spine rather than letting it dome up. And then slowly release the legs, coming into a supine twist for our lucky last pose. So the knees fall over to one side. Maybe use the hand to draw the knees over. Maybe look out to the opposite side. And coming back to center. Take that second side, adjust the hips if you need, drop the knees over to the opposite side. Maybe use the hand, maybe gaze out to the opposite side. And then coming back to center. We'll stretch the legs out nice and long, coming into our final pose, Shavasana. Letting the breath deepen here, letting the whole body relax. Feel yourself being supported by the floor or by your mat. If you feel you'd like to rest here a little bit longer, please feel free to do that. Otherwise, bring a little bit of movement back into the fingers and toes, rolling over to your preferred side. Taking 1 or 2 breaths on your side, and then slowly coming up to a comfortable seat. Once you arrive in your seat, bringing your hands to your heart center. Letting the breath deepen here. My quote for you today is from Elise Bialylew, who said, "Mindfulness is really a vehicle to greater resilience. It's really this capacity to manage the mind when it's under stress and not add to the suffering that already comes inevitably when we are human beings living in this uncertain world." One more deep breath. And slowly cracking open the eyes. Thank you for joining me today, guys. Have a lovely rest of your day. If you've got any comments or questions, I'm happy to answer those. Otherwise, hope to see you guys sometime soon. Have a great day, guys.